What's going on, y'all? It's Liam Crowley with SceenRant. We are here at South by Southwest, and I'm stoked because we're talking with the cast and the director behind the new film, It Ends. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Congrats on bringing this film to South by. We were saying before camera, this is first interview of the day? First interview of
my entire life, yeah. So
first.
Be patient with us.
I'm stoked to dive into this film because I have so many questions, but we're not going to get into spoilers. Alexander, I want to start with you. When I was reading about how this thing got brought to light, there's a really cool story behind like the investor was like a YouTuber magician. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I would go into I would queue in VR poker during that apocalypse in 2020, and I would just join like a bunch of different lobbies in LA, and I would set my location to high income areas of Los Angeles, which sounds sociopathic, but I promise. I would just shoot the shit, and then I would bond with them and got to know a couple. And I had a little YouTube video get a couple 100,000 views, and someone commented I would pay for more of this, and I responded. I was like, really? Like, you promise? And he meant it. So those two combined with a good friend, and then there was a real estate mogul who was paying me to make custom sketches for him and his family that no one saw except for him and his family. So those four combined to make the original version of the movie.
It's so funny you say that because the amount of time I waste making memes for a group chat of 7 people, my hometown friends. You were doing that on a grand scale.
Yeah, he paid me, so yeah.
I just get paid in laugh reacts, which is kind of better than currency.
Yeah.
You guys ever get 4 laugh reacts in a group chat?
Yes.
It's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
It happens all the time, actually. When I'm a comedian.
There's a lot of fun casting stories behind this one. A couple swipe ups on some Instagram stories. I'd love to just go around the circle and hear how you guys got involved.
I'll go first. Well, actually, I had auditioned for Alex's thesis film when he was in film school, and ultimately I didn't get the part. But in a Zoom call, he told me, I want to work with you someday. But I was like, yeah, sure, man. And then 2 years later, he just messaged me, hey, I moved to LA. I'm here, and I'm making a feature. And if you want to read for it, just come on in, and we'll do it. So it was very casual. I think we did it in your apartment, I believe. Came over just on the couch and just ran it, and now we're here.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
So I did a short film for his teacher aide at FSU, and then she sent me the casting call through Instagram and was like, I think you'd be perfect for this. I thought it was very she talked me up to him, but Alex had no idea, apparently. And I went through the chemistry reads and the casting, and then ultimately I did not get the part. They thought I looked too young. And then 2 weeks into production, he's like, how fast can you get to Florida? We need you. And then the rest is history.
Was your character always in the film?
It was always in the film, but I was just not until I was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a scheduling mishap with the original actress, and so we were just like, we don't have an actor, and we're shooting in a week, so
Yeah.
gave her the call.
Yeah, you need day.
We need day.
Need day.
Came in clutch. Saved the day.
Save the day.
That was not on purpose. I'm sorry.
I think that would land.
Who are the Instagram swipe ups? On the
I posted on Instagram to cast the movie, and essentially Akira and Finn both came from Instagram.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I guess we all don't know how this movie actually started. So
how did I get here?
someone
am
you
I?
worked with, someone you PA'd with, DM'd me and was like, "This guy looks like a more attractive version of you. You should cast him." Whoa.
That's not what I heard.
What'd you hear?
Yeah, what did you hear?
I heard that, so I was doing a PA gig, and that was a gig where I was driving a 2024 minivan at the time, and I had on my Best Ross Dress for Less shirt, and I was taking around these ladies that were from England, and they were doing a modeling sort of campaign, and they were the styling team. And so I was getting them waters and champagne and stuff like that during the day. Excuse me. And then one of the my boss was like, can you take him out to Los Angeles, to show him around the next day? So I'm just going through Santa Monica, and I'm just listening to Spice Girls,
As one does, yeah, of course.
Shout out PA. Shout out all PAs.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Spice Girls.
And I was talking to Chase Davis, who was also, working as a PA with me. And she was our first AC.
First AC, shout out First AC.
She's fantastic.
In focus.
And she was telling me that she works, or not, I'm sorry, not she works, but she went to school with Alex at FSU. She was telling me that she was part of the film program over there. So I was like, oh, that's fantastic. And she's like, yeah, and he's casting for his first feature. I was like, oh, great, And we're talking to each other as we're eating our Mendocino arugula salads for lunch. And she's like, yeah, he's looking for someone who's like possibly Asian and also like a smart aleck. And I was like, oh, great.
Yeah, too.
And she's like, yeah, so I thought of you.
Right.
So I was like, oh,
Right.
okay.
Right.
So that's what I heard. And
I did not hear that. I'm hearing that right now.
And then a couple of weeks later, we're having dinner in Glendale.
That is where I live. Yeah. Shout out Glendale.
Yeah. and I'm sitting across from this guy, and he's telling me these stories about how his grandma used to go to the park and take ducks and cut their heads off.
You're gonna take my
Thanksgiving,
grandma's story
and then put it into a trash
That was
bag.
his, bro.
And then they would have it for like family.
Yeah,
meals.
Shout out my grandmother. She used to feed the family by killing ducks in a public park when they first immigrated to Florida. So
that was my first.
See if that
That was
makes
my
it into
first
the
sort of
cut.
interaction with Alex, and that's kind of how things got started.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I drop the mic?
I mean,
I would not.
mime it
Is that okay?
slowly down. We'll never know.
Yeah.
Mitchell, that's a tough one to beat. What's your casting story?
Yeah, my story's way less cool. I found Alex's casting call on backstage back in like 2019 for a separate project that he was filming, and it was pitched as like a Florida State project. Alex was at FSU at the time, and I show up to the motion pictures building to meet him and the guy that was producing the film. And we did the audition and everything, and they're like, okay, two things. First thing, this is not an FSU project. This is just our thing. We just brought you here because it's good audition space. I was like, cool. And they said, other thing, we need to shave your eyebrow. Okay, cool. So I shaved my eyebrow. We filmed. And then there was this thing called like COVID that happened, and the world shut down. So we never got to finish that. And I didn't talk to Alex for probably like a year. And then a hurricane hit Lake Charles, Louisiana, and I was tarping roofs over there. And I got a text out of the blue from him and said, hey, man, I want to work with you again one day. You're a good actor. No, blah, blah, blah. And then like a year after that, he hits me up and says, hey, I'm doing a feature. You want to audition? So
This is so cool to hear how this came together, because this feels, and I mean this in the most respectful way possible, this feels like a school project. And now you're at South by Southwest.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like this
pretty
is
crazy.
like assembling just a bunch of like, this could be cool, this could be cool. And now here we are.
We also started so young too. It feels like a coming of age.
It was. We all
experience
grew
with-
up making this movie.
We all
It's definitely a
became
school
who we
project.
are.
Which I
I was 19
process of
when we
making
started filming, and now I'm 21, and it's finally done.
Oh yeah, this took 3
Crazy.
years.
Wow.
Yeah.
6 years for me, but yeah.
What was the length of production?
Well, we had reshoots, so
Uh-huh.
total like 40 plus days once we
40
went
days,
back.
40 consecutive.
We had an original version of the movie that was pretty terrible, much more school project like you're talking about, and then the folks at Snoot. Shout out Snoot.
Shout out Snoop.
to like 7 on the shout out meter right now.
Yeah. They saw it and they were like, go like fix this. It's good. And then we luckily got to go fix it. And so now that's what we have now.
And let's talk about the story a bit here, because like, where did this story come from? Because it clearly, like, this is something that it feels so familiar. I feel like I've seen some of these themes tackled before, but it's
Yeah.
told so much through a Gen Z lens.
Yeah. I
So
hear
where
that a lot.
did that all come from?
Definitely a mixture of adolescent depression, growing up in late stage capitalism, and like just entering the world during the apocalypse. There's this kind of like functional numbness that's kind of going on in our not our generation. Just that kind of the world is. I'm butchering the hell out of this. Let's see.
You're doing great.
It's kind of just what it felt like to grow up currently. That's just the movie. That's exactly what it felt like. Made no sense. It was terrifying. And then eventually, that kind of spoiler, you just get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Becomes like the new normal.
Yeah, you get used to it, but you also like buy in a little bit more. And Finn, I kind of want to talk about your character of James in this sense. Again, I don't feel like this is too much of a spoiler, but he's the most bought into the endless road. He
sure.
believes it the most, and I feel like that's like something in his personality, right? There must be something from James as a character in his past before this film starts that makes him think like that. Did you develop any sort of backstory for James going into this project?
It was kind of interesting, I think, with James. It felt like, I think with other projects that I've done, it did feel like that, I had to come to the character and almost kind of like hold the character's hand a little bit and sort of like find him together, as I was working. But with James, it felt like I was like sitting down with a fully formed person. And so a lot of the process, I think, for me of getting to know James was like literally just getting to know him and just sitting with him and almost like taking walks with him. So he's the kind of guy, he's just like, he's so smart, it's like way smarter than I could ever be. And so it's almost like I was just like trying to learn about him, and so whether that be through his possible backstory that was on the page or just kind of through his mannerisms and the way that he interacted with people, he's just so intellectually gifted. It was just like, less about me sort of transposing things on him and just him sort of just presenting himself and me going, okay, I got to get to know you.
Mm-hmm. And the cast is quite big too. It goes beyond just you four. We got a lot of lineless roles.
Shout out
I can
to the lineless roles.
Yeah, shout out to the lineless roles. Shout out to the extras. Alex, when you were getting people to be extras on this film, what did the call sheet say? What did you want them to do?
There would be sandwiches included on set. I think we made like 400 sandwiches
and oatmeal cream pies.
And a lot of oatmeal cream pies.
Shout out oatmeal cream pies.
Sponsor us. Yeah, that's what it said. It was
a couple of them you just like found in the woods.
Oh yeah,
like they just be driving by.
You found sandwiches in the woods.
Passerby.
You want to be in a movie?
Yeah, they'd be like, "What are you feeling?"
Oh, I thought you found sandwiches in the woods. I was confused.
No, there were no sandwiches.
People are really good at just like tapping into fight or flight at a moment's notice. Just a bunch of strangers. Like, yeah, I'll scream.
I'll get some dirt rubbed on me.
I have to give a shout out to Connor Flynn. This guy lives in the Panhandle where we shot, and he knows everybody. He's like a Bigfoot hunter,
professional Bigfoot hunter. Shout out Connor Flynn.
He brought the cast.
He seriously, like half of the extras were probably like people he knew, and he told about it. So
he also was like, "You got to dent my car for this project. You have to like, just go and kick my car." Sure, man.
Dude, I bought that car.
He requested that
car.
He wanted a permanent mark.
Is the dent still in it?
Oh, there's a bunch of dents in it, but that one, yeah. So if this, once this movie takes off, that car hopefully is worth more than I paid for it.
Or it's a dentless car.
Why did you buy the car?
There's a dentless car on our future.
Did you just a memorabilia?
Yeah.
Did you need a
I
car?
can't believe you bought that car.
Yeah, you bought it.
It's barely running.
How much?
I paid him like $300 for it.
Does it work? Does it run?
No, I got it running. Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Which is, you watch this movie, it's a testament to get a car running.
It's true.
Yeah, it's hard to do that. Something I love about this film is how immersive it is. Like I felt like I was in the car with you guys, and I was driving myself crazy at music time because the fact that it was like one song a day. So I wanted to wrap with a fun little game. Let's build our It Ends playlist.
Oh, that's great.
Everyone gets one submission.
I love that.
One only, because hypothetically speaking, this is like the only song you're going to listen to of your catalog. Hopefully you guys have shared tastes.
I don't mind locked and loaded.
No.
No.
I'm building it. I'm going to build it live
There's
right
going
now.
to be a lot of
Sweet,
variety
sweet.
here, I feel like.
We need it.
Okay.
Down by Social Burn.
Down by Social
you're
Burn.
locked and loaded.
Okay.
Actually, not
Down
familiar.
Shout out Bluntstown, Florida.
Social Burn. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I already know what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got
I
it
can't
first.
think of like a single
Everybody
song
knows what
right
it is.
now.
It's a
Like,
song.
my
It's like
mind is
it's
blank.
really tough because it's a song you can't get sick of. Some of
Okay.
my favorite songs, like I'll have 3 months where I'm like I can't listen to that anymore.
Wait, did you name a song or would you put it? What would your song
Yeah,
be?
I'm kind of stalling for time. I go through phases a lot.
What would yours be?
I'm on a Chase Atlantic kick right now.
Okay.
You guys know
Nice.
who they are?
I'm not familiar.
You know who the Chase
Yes,
Atlantic is? Let's
Chase
go.
Atlantic
Okay,
is.
no one ever knows Chase Atlantic.
Love them.
They have a song called Consume that I really like.
Consume cheese. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna add that. I said it on
Yeah, you
camera,
gotta
so
add-
I
you
have
gotta
to
add
add
it.
it now.
You have to,
I'm
yeah,
stuck
please.
with it.
You're making a playlist right now.
Yeah, live on camera.
I love it.
I'll share it with you guys. Who's Apple Music? Uh-oh. You all Spotify?
Spotify.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
I'm
Shout
the
out
admin now.
Spotify.
Spotify rappers.
Shout out Spotify.
Amazon Music. My friend has Amazon Music. All right, what else we got? We got 2 songs in right
Instant Crush, Daft Punk.
now. Instant
That's a
Crush
good
Daft
one.
Punk.
Yeah, by far.
My cycling instructor is hosting a Daft Punk themed ride
Whoa.
in 2 weeks.
Where's that at?
Brooklyn?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, can I
Brooklyn, dude.
come to that?
I got guest passes.
We'll never be alone
I'm gonna
again.
go. We had to cut this scene out of the movie because it took like 5 minutes for them to argue. There's just
which
a huge
one?
argument where Fisher was trying to squeeze Viva La Vida by Coldplay.
Oh,
Okay.
sick.
I listened to that
I didn't
before
want
an
to bring it
interview.
up.
I
I
would
didn't know
never-
we were
Today, you
I
listened
did.
today?
But I listened
You listened
to
to
it.
that song today?
I listened to it
Told us
sped up
about it.
hardstyle on SoundCloud.
Oh,
Which is
okay,
like
okay,
the
okay.
caffeine right
Yeah.
now is just
SoundCloud, nice.
I'm a big SoundCloud.
That's coming
user.
back.
Yeah.
I fell off, but now I'm back.
Was,
said
was
it-
it pitch up like on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like bass
like
boost.
breakcore?
I can't. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, yeah,
I can't
love that
lie.
stuff.
It's good.
That's
I would
sick.
never put that song
It's
on
like
the
the
playlist.
Chipmunks
That's
version.
That's all opinion, man.
we
Get out of the
got
car.
4 songs in right now. 2 more.
Did you say yours?
Finn and Mitchell.
Yeah,
1
Finn.
each.
Oh no,
I
you
already
yeah,
said
yours.
mine. I can change.
Wait,
it
did
up.
you? Oh, you said Social Burn.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Who has not submitted yet?
Finn.
Finn.
Right?
Finn.
What's your song? Oh, I already know.
You know it? Which one?
Yellow. Somewhere through.
2 Coldplay songs?
Two
You
songs.
cannot
Two
do 2.
Coldplay.
No,
I'm
we
getting
can't
out
do
of
that.
the car.
I do like that song.
No, the band.
Oh, I like that band. I would
I feel like an idiot.
no, I would
How's
say.
this going?
How are we?
How are we doing?
I
Like,
think
how
we
do
got 4 songs
like,
right now. We got some
interview-wise?
diversity in here.
I think "Hopelessly Devoted to You" by Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, there
Oh,
we
that's
go.
great.
Finn.
Yep.
There we go.
Because I'm hopelessly devoted to her, and so I feel like I have to put that in there.
Shout out.
Okay, wait.
John.
Nice.
Look at that. That's our It Ends playlist. We're stuck with it for the rest of time.
Whoa.
Deal.
Or maybe not,
Ooh.
depending on your interpretation of this film.
Yeah. You liked
was-
it,
that
right?
was
You
a
liked the
solid
movie?
I love this film. I'm going to be thinking about it for a very long time.
That's
Thanks,
the
I
goal.
appreciate
That's the
that.
goal.
Guys, seriously though, congrats. This is like a massive achievement for you all. Bringing this project together, years in the making here at South by Southwest. You all
Thank
should be
you.
very proud.
Thank
Really
you, Liam.
appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much.
Appreciate it.